God. Ask God.
Hey Scott, loving the show. My name is Johnny, and all the way from the West Coast in Seattle, but originally from New Zealand. That's where the accent's from. Just a question regarding product variations. I have a product that I've been selling for about a year, and thanks to you and the show, have started taking Amazon a lot more seriously. And it has 5 variations, flavors, and wanted to know from your perspective, is there any disadvantage, any downside to listing the product as one listing with 5 variations? Or is it better to list it as 5 separate listings? One of the guys on the Facebook page said, the advantage to one listing is that all the reviews get lumped together, which was great, really, really helpful. But yeah, just really wanted your opinion as to whether there would be any disadvantage to listing it just as one listing with 5 variations. Anyway, I think my question is clear. I hope it is. Once again, thanks for the amazing work and your enthusiasm and energy. Makes a big difference. Cheers. Bye.
Hey, Johnny, thank you so much for the question. Love the accent, by the way. You guys sound so smart with those accents. I don't know, it's probably just me, but I just love those accents. Anyway, to the point. I love this question because I really love variations. I think variations gives us as sellers a really big advantage, and I'm going to explain that. Now, there is maybe one or two, I don't want to even say disadvantages, but a different way that you could position this. The one thing that you had said was, if I have these variations, someone had said in the group that I can then get maybe a review for one of the variations and another review for another variation, and they all kind of lump as one under the main parent listing, not all the little variations. And that's true. And that's one reason why I do like variations, because you get to kind of sprinkle out these other variations, and then every sale and every review will help the parent, okay? Will help the main listing. Now, if you went the other direction and you said, well, I'm going to list 5 different listings and each of those are going to be their own, you're probably going to find out that there's going to be 1 or 2 that are going to be doing all of the sales, and the other ones are going to be kind of getting a few here and there. I don't think the benefits of having 5 different listings would make me say that it would make me not want to do a variation under a parent listing. I think having a parent listing is just, there's a lot more benefits to it. The other benefit that I like about it is when you have that or those variations, you know, on the back end, I'm saying it like you do know, maybe you don't know, but on the back end of your listing, each variation has its own description. It has its own keyword fields. And what's really cool about that is you can play around with that stuff. So now each variation is kind of like its own piece of property. So you can put those variations or the keywords in those fields and mix them all up. So let's say, for example, you're able to fit 20 keywords into variation 1. Well, I wouldn't repeat them in variation number 2. I would go ahead and add 20 different keywords, and then I would keep doing that for all the different variations. So it's a really, really cool way for you to be able to get a whole bunch more keywords that are going to all be pointing back to your main listing. And I think, again, like I said, you're going to find probably that you're going to have 1 or 2 variations that are going to be performing the best, and then the other ones are just kind of there to support it. But I do like that for that reason, because now you're able to kind of have all of those driving all of the sales into the one parent listing. The other cool thing about it is, and I'm not sure of your product, and I'm not sure if there's different price points, but if you have different price points for some of those variations, it's really nice too to see $9.95 to $29.95. And now when someone sees your one variation, they're going to get maybe drawn in by the lower price, but once they get in there, they might see that they want the other one that's a little bit more expensive. Now, I know you mentioned colors, and I'm not sure if you were just using that as an example, but one way of using variations that I really, really love, did I say that clear? Love, because it's a way for you to almost use the low end as a lead generator to get people into your listing. And then once you get them into your listing, then you can sell on the better value. So for example, and I've mentioned this before, if you were selling like, let's just say you were selling one candle, right? And it was $9.95. And then let's say then you sold a package of 5 of them of the same one for $29.95, right? But if they were to buy one, it would be $10. So, that would be like $50, but you're going to get $29.95 is going to be a better deal. And then you had the one in the middle that was 3 of them for $19.99, right? So now when someone comes into the listing at the $9.95, they're going to also see the value of a 3-pack and a 5-pack. So I really like variations for using it as that model, because then you can also use your Amazon pay-per-click and drive people to the less expensive one. And then once they get there, they're going to see the other variations. So just another way to use the variations. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, I could probably go on in even more detail on why I love variations so much. And it's something that I'm definitely going to be looking into in the future myself for more products, because I think it does lend a lot of supporting benefits to the main listing. So hope this has been helpful, Johnny. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business, and this way here you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.